Outrage today following the release of a violent climate change video. The environmental group that produced it thought it would be funny. After only a few hours on the internet, it had to take the thing down because of the massive backlash over the horrific content. Now, a warning to our viewers. What you are about to see is extremely graphic. Please, this will be disturbing to some of you.
Right, kids, just before you go, there's a brilliant idea in the air that I'd like to run by you. Now, it's called 10-10. The idea is everyone starts cutting their carbon emissions by 10%, thus keeping the planet safe for everyone, eventually.
We're thinking of using our car less. I'm going to cycle to school.
That's fantastic, Jemima. Now, no pressure at all, but it'd be great to get a sense of how many of you might do this, just a rough percentage.
That's fantastic. And those not?
Philip and Tracy. That's fine, that's absolutely fine. Your own choice. Okay, class, thank you so much for today, and I will see you all tomorrow. Oh, just before you go, I just need to press this little button here. Now, everybody, please remember to read chapters 5 and 6 on volcanoes and glaciation.
Except for Philip and Tracy, of course.
That's what they thought would make you laugh. We stopped the video at that point because what happens next is even more horrifying than what you just saw. Mark Moreno is executive editor and chief correspondent for ClimateDepot.com, which is a group of global warming skeptics. We tried to get the folks behind this ad, and shockingly, they didn't want to come on to defend it. In fact, Mark, thank you so much for being here. They've come out, well, they pulled this, and I want to show our viewers their explanation. This is their apology. Quote, "Sorry, we wanted to find a way to bring this critical issue back into the headlines whilst making people laugh, and many people found the resulting film extremely funny. But unfortunately, some didn't. And we sincerely apologize to anybody we have offended. Oh well, we live and learn." I'm telling you, Mark, you show little children getting blown up because they don't want to support the folks who are actively involved in the global warming issue, and they thought it would be funny. Is this how they're now making their point?
This is sadly what they've been reduced to. This is a desperate group, and I mean the global warming fear promoters are in desperation right now. President Obama has failed them, the U.S. Senate has failed them, the United Nations is failing them, the public is failing them. They needed to do something to get attention. So their idea to get attention was to blow up school children in as gory and disgusting a manner as possible, and it has spectacularly backfired, but many are still defending it as just satire and humor. The problem, Megan, is this expresses a very deep sentiment in their movement of wanting to get rid of and silence global warming skeptics. I mean, we had Al Gore in 1992 declare the debate over and lobby Ted Koppel to keep skeptics off TV. We had Grist magazine calling for Nuremberg-style trials for global warming skeptics. So there's been an actual intellectual strain here to silence skeptics, including Tom Friedman, who lauded China's environmental policies because one-party rule could work to the advantage and get needed things done without those meddling skeptics.
Well,
so
but you know,
it's expressing a real concern.
Satire is one thing, right? But
yes,
blowing up little children in very graphic form and showing it for all the world to see, and the sound effects that go along with it, and really shocking stuff here. And it goes on. I mean, this video goes on for several minutes as they do this to more people who express any sort of skepticism about global warming. And my question to you is, in this day and age of extremists on both sides, on the far right and the far left, who unfortunately sometimes do resort to violence to make their cause, could this be perceived as somebody who doesn't quite have all the irons in the fire, as a rallying cry, as an idea?
Yeah, absolutely. That's, if you look at recently the Discovery gunman here in Washington, D.C. I mean, he was on the news with NBC ranting about the lack of global warming coverage. He wanted to kill people. There's a lot of crazies out there who will use this to further get them, you know, jazzed up about harming people. So it's very frightening stuff. But the main thing is, intellectually, the global warming fear promoters have used intimidation. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said skeptics were akin to traitors and should be tried for treason. UN officials have said it's criminally negligent to not believe in man-made global warming. It's morally irresponsible. That rhetoric means things, and it may cause people to act.
Well, in this group, this 10-10 campaign that's behind this, they hired this guy, Richard Curtis, who, by the way, wrote Four Weddings and a Funeral and Notting Hill. He's very well liked over in Great Britain, to write this thing. He wrote it. And in case you were an X-Files fan, it stars Gillian Anderson at the end. She's happy to provide her voice for the voiceover. She's loving taking part in this ad showing the blowing up of little children. She's welcome to come on the program and defend that action. But nonetheless, they put this out there, and according to some reports, Mark, they use government funded, they use taxpayer money in Great Britain to fund it? Is that the case?
Yes, the government has contributed to this organization. Also, major corporate sponsors have been behind this. Major environmental groups have supported this. Now the question is, what kind of blowback will there be? Will the corporate sponsors pull back? Will the UK government demand its money back? Will there be a condemnation of this? We'll wait and see. It just came out. This just blew up a few days ago, so to speak. So we will see where it goes. But let's hope eco-snuff films aren't the future here.
Well, they say that the corporate sponsors include O2, Sony, and Kyocera, they help fund this 10-10 campaign, which is one thing, to promote awareness about global warming. What we saw there is quite another. Mark, I got to go. Thank you so much for your insights on it.
Thank you, Megan.
Taking your thoughts at Kelly@foxnews.com.